How's it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and today we've got one of our rare kind of Fusion World videos going over with with a new deck profile, because we now have set 3 out and about, and it's made the format a lot less bland than it was before. Like, quite a few things are viable, there's quite a few decks you can play, and it's kind of shaking up the meta with the new decks and stuff. And out of all the decks that I've looked to try out on the client or even in person, like Cell is one that I've had a lot of fun playing, because the new big 8-drop it gets is quite a nice one, helps it deal a bit more with yellow, even though yellow isn't that great at the moment, but still it's quite a nice one, and I've had a lot of fun playing it. So we're getting to the list and basically go over like reasons why the cards are in there, why the ratios and stuff like that. And if you're just a member, you can keep updated with my videos by liking, commenting, or subscribing. And subscribing keeps you updated with my videos as when they drop. And you can also click the notification bell, and that'll let you have alerts to when my videos do drop, so you can watch them there and then, or a later date that suits you best. So now we got the way, let's go and have a look at the set 3 Cell profile. So start off, we'll have a look at the leader, because it's nice to understand what the leader are, because Dragon Ball is a leader-based game, and it's nice to understand what the leader does, like the traits and stuff like that, what it wants to do, so you can better understand the deck, because some things require a certain leader or things like that, so it's best to start with this. So Cell's leader goes from his perfect form on the unawakened side, so the front side at 15k, and then awakens to being super perfect Cell, I think, with the whole head nod. I think this is the alt art, and gets to 20k. So it's not a 25k leader, it's a 20k leader, so it's draw on both sides. And it awakens, like most of the leaders do, at 4 or less life, because it's just got win attacking, swing, draw a card, and then the awaken, when you're at 4 or less, you draw a card and flip it over. So standard awakening, standard front side. But then when it goes to awaken side, like I said, it keeps the win attacking effect, so when it attacks, draw a card. Nice to have that. There's no crit leader in green currently. I don't know if there ever will be, because it seems, I don't know if it's going to be, well, you lack on the draw power, you kind of need that for green, so yeah, I don't think there is going to be a critical one. If there is, that'd be interesting to see. But then Cell's unique effect, like all leaders get, so when they awaken, they get unique effect. And for Cells, it's an activate main, where once per turn, if you have exactly 5 energy, not 5 or less, not 5 or more, exactly 5, then you can add 1 card with a cost of 3 from your drop to your energy. So you got to be at that 1 number, which means once you go above that number, you can't do it again. But there are ways to bring you back down to that number as well. And yeah, that is basically it for the. He does have the Android trait as well, so he is an Android, but then he's got no other traits. He's not really got anything else. Like, he could technically, if you want to be really technical about it, you could get the Say in Namekian and stuff like that, because he does all the cells, all the Z-Fires. But he's just an Android at the moment. So very standard leader, just effect that's only relevant when you have 5 or less life. Well, for 5 resources exactly. So you kind of need to get there, but as I said, there are ways to get down to that point, and it's not often used it, but sometimes it comes in handy. But it's more the fact you sell, and some of your cards need a Cell lead. So that's the leader. Let's go into the deck and have a look and see what we've got here. So starting off with the battle cards, and going from the lowest cost to the highest cost, we've got, starting off with our 0 cost farmer with power level 5. Should be farmer with a shotgun, but yep, and I like to have the other names because I think it takes it from the Japanese game, or the Japanese side of the Dragon Ball, rather than the old one. But yeah, this allows you to essentially play them out for free, and also as well as that, just put an Earthling on that side, because this is going to be like one of our parts of our ramp engine. So we don't use the, what's it called? We don't use the gigantic strength like some leaders have there. You got gigantic strength for the Saiyans. You've got the fill card for androids for them, and you've also got the Namekian one for Piccolo, the training one. So we've gone for more Earthling focused ones. We've got like the Earthling absorption kind of way to play. So we've got the farmer with a power level 5 as our free play Earthling, which could be very nice. It's at least got 5k combo, so it's at least a combo card, and it can be played for free to go towards Cell's unique ramp. And also, you can free play it out so you can attack with it. Now, I only got power level 5, but you can still chuck on like a, for free, well, for 1, a gigantic meteor to make it a 25k 5 power unit, which is pretty decent to swing with. So we've got 4 copies of those because we can free play them. We also got like some cantrips as well in the 2 cost Goku or 1 cost Goku, just essentially on play draw a card. We also got the other 1-drops. We've got for the little 1-drops as well. So we got Kami as well, being a nice one to take out opposing 1 cost. Because one thing that kind of goes against this when you're trying to get the 1-drops is things like the Whis, the one that can just minus that by 5k. Having that on board means every time you play out some of these ones, they're just going to keep killing them off. So having Kami to take them out so you don't have any trouble, and plus being a nice 10k combo is pretty handy. So we've got 3 copies of those. We only have 2 copies of Goku because it's not a... We want to like cut down on the amount of cards just draw, because we can draw so much and go thin our deck very quickly with this. So do bear in mind with that. But we also do need some cantrips just in case we don't have need them. But it isn't the Earthlings, so we've got less of those. But with Earthling cantrip, we've got both Bulmas, being the Bulma that discards, and then the Bulma from a different side. I can't remember which saga she's from, but we got the Bulma from the... I think it's from the Namekian saga, or around that, but... We've got the Bulma that has 10k combo, and then once per turn, you can discard a card from your hand and draw one, so you can filter your deck, ditch those dead cards, like those dead extras you have, draw more cards, and just have an Earthling on board, and just have more draw power to find the cards you want. That have that deck, consistency for your deck. And we got the 4 copies of the Cantrip Bulma. Just play it, draw a card, because once again, it's an Earthling, so it's more valuable than Goku, with the Cell kind of ramp. So those are like a 1-drop or lower cards we play out. So we got the fair few Earthlings, 4 of each of the Earthlings because they're relevant for the ramp. 3 Kami to help deal with like pesky 1-drops, and also 2 Goku to have extra cantrip and also help with another card we've got in here. And then we're going to shoot down to the event so you can kind of understand why we're playing so many Earthlings and stuff like this. Is because we're playing the Tragedy in Ginger Town. So this is a 3-cost event. And as you can see, it's a ramp card because all the ramp cards have 3 specified green or a specified cost. And for this, it's an activate main where if your leader is a cell, if your leader is a cell, which that's the reason we play cell, you can choose any number of your battle cards with Earthling in their traits and then put them in your energy and rest. So if you can go turn 1, play a Cantrip Bulma, turn 2, play 2 Cantrip Bulmas, and then turn 3, check out some of these. You can ramp them all into energy with this, because I've had it when I've gone from like 3 energy or 2 energy with the energy marker up to like 6 or 7 or 8 energy straight off the bat, so I can start playing out my big things and start playing more things quicker, like getting up my field card and then doing more things as well with that. So that's why we play this. And so we play 4 copies of it because we want to find it and we want to have it ready so we can do it as early as possible, as soon as we can play this, to ramp all these little ones after putting out some Bulmas and stuff. So you can ramp very quickly this. That's why I've kind of been having fun with this, because you can ramp so quickly, a lot quicker than most of the green decks can. For if you get the stars align, which can happen a lot more than you think. So that's the kind of engine of like ramping. Then we got some of the other cards we've got. We've got 2 copies of the Android 18, because it's a nice little card that help you once again thin for your deck and provide some more draw power, so you've always got a decent sized hand. And we've got 4 copies of these because they don't filter your hand as well. So if you're stuck with loads of these extra cards, you can ditch them for this to then replace them with something that might be useful. We've also got 4 copies of Cell Junior because this is one that has a permanent where if you have a Cell battle card with energy cost of 8, you can play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. And it's got on play where you can add up 1 extra card from your drop to your hand, which is really nice. So grabbing back your gigantic meters and stuff, so you can have energy open, have that easy combat of things, push more damage. It's really cool. And when you got an 8-drop Cell, if they can't remove it, this becomes a free attack that can basically be 40k, because you can play it out for free, so no need to use any energy. And then you get the gigantic meter back, swing with it, put the gigantic meter on. Hopefully you're at 6 resources still, or 6 energy, sorry, so that you can make it a 40k swing for free. Well, for 1 technically, because you got to pay for the energy, gigantic meter, that's the one. And it could be very useful to help push for damage, because your opponents then got at least put a super, unless they're 25k, they got to put a super combo plus to get out of it, which hopefully they're saving for your big cell plays. Then we've got 4 copies of Vegeta, just as a backup kind of ramps. That way, if you do fail to find the Tragedy in Ginger Town or your ScrubGames arena, you can then go ahead and use Vegeta to do it. And he's also a nice little way to clear it, like use some of those 10 extra cards to kind of clear your opponent's little cards that are kind of annoying and pesky, and also be a decent swing as well, and also a 10k combo, which is quite handy. And also, since I already said it, we also have ScrubGames Arena being the fill card for the decks, a 4-cost fill card, and as you can see with the free specified costs, like all of them have, with their ramp card, it's a ramp. It's a card that can ramp you. It's a field card, so it stays on the board unless your opponent gets rid of it. And currently, the only things I can see that gets rid of field cards of Cell Games' cost at 4 is Zeno in blue, and then the new 8-drop Cell, which you only in the mirror. So only specific matches like blue, which you're fine against, and the mirror, where you can lose your field card. It's a really nice extra field card, because if you don't want to ramp, you don't have to ramp. You can gain cards with it, so you can draw for your deck quite quickly. Because there's an activate main where you can switch this card to rest mode, and if your leader is Cell, which is why we play Cell once again, it's never a card that requires Cell, it's a strong card, but it's leader specific. Then you get to look at the top card of your deck and either add it to your energy and rest, or add it to your hand. So you can either use it to ramp an energy. It does come in rest, which is a shame, but fair enough. Not many cards ramp inactive. And or you can add to your hand. So if there's a card you want in your hand, add it to hand. If it's a card you don't care about or you need to ramp, you just ramp it. So you have, once again, 4 copies of this, but luckily we got ways to filter it out with the Bulma and the Android 18. So if you draw too many, you can just ditch it with that. Also, you can also resource charge them as well. Then we've got a double striker, and I've gone for this Gohan, the 6-drop double strike Gohan, because even though it's not as strong as androids and not as always available to have double strike due to its effect, I feel it's a lot better, because the androids, like, you already got quite a few extra cards. Like, you got low costing cards, some of the cantrips, quite a low costing combo. You've also got a lot of zero cost combos in the form of like your big 8-drops or your big boss cards. And as well as that, you also have a lot of extra cards as well, because you need these extra cards to ramp and provide you things that you can hand quite clog. So I like to have less 0Ks, like 0 combo cards in my hand. And also this is like at least a 10k combo if you need it. And it's still a double striker as long as you got Goku. That's what we're playing. That's another reason why we're playing 2 Goku, not only just for a cantrip to kind of have early turns to kind of draw if you don't see the Bulmas and stuff, but also to trigger this, because it's got a permanent where if you have a Son Goku in your drop, this card gets double strike. And it's a little bit weaker than the Android at 25k instead of 30, and it doesn't have effect to pop things aboard. But you don't really care too much about that, since you've got a big 8-drop Cell that can then go ahead and clear your opponent's board of any 6 or less. And then you can go ahead and then swing with this double striker later turns after you cleared the board. So while they're like worrying about Cell and dealing with it, you got this as a double striker that's still quite powerful. So it's only 5k off of Androids. Doesn't have an on play to like take things out, which you don't. It's not too bad, but it's also a 10k combo, so it's not dead in hand, and you don't have like a very bad cloggy hand. So we've only got 2 of them because space is tight, and I preferred to have. I could go for a free on the Vegeta and Gohan. I might do that, but at the moment 4 copies of Vegeta and 2 copies of Gohan is going fine. Then next we've got our super combo. So we've got Android 16 as our super combo. So this is because it doesn't matter in this deck. It's not like Androids where it kind of worries about the trait. In Android, you definitely want the Android 16 because he's an Android then for the ramp and stuff. We've gone for just have this because it's kind of synergistic, just having more Androids. But you can have a different one if you prefer a different art. We got 4 copies super combo, standard for any list. And then we've gone to the boss monster. So we got 3 copies of our 8-drop Cell and 2 copies of the other 8-drop Cell. So we got both of these 8-drops, and we got this one being 45k, but it's one that could heal you and remove board of anything. And this one is board wipe of a certain kind of cost, and also a card that will basically stick around outside of red, potentially negging it all the way down if they can. Go for like neg 50k in the turn, or if blue's the only one that can realistically keep this away by like bottom decking it. But we got this Cell here. So this one has a nice little on play where when you play this card, you can place 3 cards on your energy in your drop, and then you choose the 2 of your opponent's battle cards and carry them, and add the top card of your deck to your life. So you do sack off energy, which is how you get down and make use of Cell's effect, ramp, because you hopefully at 8 play this, kill 3 of your energy, and then pop 2 cards and heal. And then this Cell would then use its effect to then, because you're at 5 now, exactly 5, you then ramp from your drop of a card that costs 3 or more, which is then become inactive, and then you can use Cell Games Arena to then ramp a card from the top of your deck, and then next turn you charge and keep doing it over and over again. So we got 3 of them because where it just removes anything is a lot better than the Cell. Like this Cell is really nice to just remove things, but sometimes you just want to, like against the evergreen decks, stuff like that, you just want to KO certain things, or they might play things that are higher than 6, which this Cell can't remove. And the thing with this Cell, it does remove, but it kind of does it as a negative, but it can still be useful because then it's permanently out the way unless they've got a way to kill their energy. So we play 3 copies of this because we don't want to have too many, like don't therefore play 6, we got this one, and we wanted to make some space for at least 2 of these because it's just very handy. And this cell is a new cell, the one we got in the new set. And this is one that, once again, just like with the Tragedy in Gingertown and ScrubGames Arena, require you have the cell leader. This is why we played a cell lead. And this one's very nice because his second effect is when KO'd, you can place 1 of your energy in your drop, and then play this card from your drop in rest mode. So if your opponent does manage to like KO this, take it out, you can play it back down. So if they waste a whole lot of time trying to take this out or use an effect to take it out, it just comes straight back at the loss of an energy, which is not a problem at all. And you know what time it could be problems if you go down lowered from from 7 to 6. That could be a pain, but outside of that, it's going to be hard to remove. And if they do remove, it comes back, and it's just a constant 50k swing every turn you're going to have to deal with. And if you put 2 down, they're going to have to deal with 2 every turn unless they will either go and kill you or try and take these out. But the main thing is on play, which is just during your turn, if your leader is a cell, you choose all your opponent's cards in the all your opponent's cards that cost 6 or less in their battle area, and then you add them to your opponent's energy in rest mode. So you can literally board up your entire board, being fill cards and battle cards from your opponent's board at 6 or less, unless they have barrier, of course, because there's some new cards that have barrier, and put them straight in your opponent's energy. Now, you do ramp your opponent, but that's not too bad. I've had it where I've put someone up to like 19 energy, and they still haven't been able to use all that energy to kill me, and I just kill them next turn. But it just means that if your opponent goes wide with a board, especially if you're against yellow, where normally trying to KO this stuff would be a problem with that Vegeta, you can just play this, ramp their whole board, and they swing at 50k, and your lead is 20k, and you're a 50k to why they've got nothing on board and have to re-establish it. They got more energy to do so, but you've just, with no worry, just removed their board. And now they've got basically build that up again, and you can do it again if you play another one next turn. So that's really nice, especially if they've gone really wide and you're having trouble with it. This is an easy out to it. And especially if you're having trouble, like most green decks do have trouble with Jiren due to the 4-drop Jiren being unable to be KO'd once a turn. So the main way that green kind of deals with cards is they just have to KO. So trying to KO that 4-drop is a problem because it just be not KO'd and then just combo out to defend it, and gain more cards from using its effect with the leader to take a life, heal a life, and then draw 2 cards by getting 1 card from a life and then healing 1 from the leader's effect, or drawing 1 from the leader's effect. So trying to deal with Jiren is really difficult for any green deck as soon as they get those 4-drops down. But this one has the easy way to deal with it. As soon as they put down 1, you go, okay, that's fine. We'll just let them have that. Then they put down a second one, and that's when you just shut down the cell, and that's half their Jiren's gone. And left to see the other 2 or another one, you're basically not going to be able to really keep their heal, because then you're getting rid of those cards which stop them from being able to not be killed by double strike, which you don't have double strike anymore. Well, you do have double strike, so you don't have to worry too much. But also you're moving their board, and even though you're healing them, if you can get rid of anything but the Jiren, then they're just getting the Jiren, so they're not getting too much. And then you're at least clearing enough cards off board with a 50k that requires a lot of combo to out combo, even at 25k lead. And then they'll have a harder time. So this deck has a lot better of a time against Jiren than most green decks, which is what my kind of pull to playing, one of the main pulls of playing it, because Jiren looked to be one of the best decks in the format coming up, like most hyped, and this was a nice one to kind of deal with that while still using green. And the last card, you probably guessed it, is 3 copies of Gigantic Meteor. Now, I've only got 3 copies for M4 because space is tight. This is a 51 card deck, so I was having trouble trying to fit in that 3rd cell because I really like it. But this is a card that you can recycle for free thanks to Cell Junior, and with these other cells, especially the new one that can't really be removed from your board, being just live to free play out the cells, you kind of want to recycle them. So you can potentially get 7 uses of Gigantic Meteor, which is really good, especially when you're going for a game at the end. You can play a load of these for free to grab back, and then if they're at 1 life, swing with 1 in, put all of these into them after getting a load back, plus a load of Cell Juniors comboed as well, to go to a point where they can't combo out, or even get the Gohan out and then get some Cell Juniors to get some of these back from the board, so you've got from the drop, so you've got a load more, and then push a huge double strike swing in. But this is the list, and if you're interested in trying it out, feel free to try it out. I've been playing it in the client and loving it. And if you want to see some gameplay, then check out the rest of this video, because I'm going to have a lot of gameplay kind of sped up from the client to show you kind of the deck in action. So that's it for me today. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll catch you next one.